Election 2016, there is a Jacksonville connection to Donald Trump that you may not know about.
One of the contributors to our political coverage is in a relationship with one of the favorites from the Apprentice TV show. Political reporter Kent Justice is in Cleveland with an inside look at the differing opinions on politics, but the harmonious hearts of Omarosa and Pastor John Newman.
In the midst of one of the toughest political cycles anyone couldn't imagine happening, a local political strategist who works with Democrats in Jacksonville finds himself talking things out with one of the biggest Republican supporters of Donald Trump. You're going to enjoy the conversation between Pastor John Newman of Jacksonville and Omarosa of Apprentice fame.
Oh yes, we are here in Cleveland, my home state. I'm from Youngstown, at the Republican National Convention. But I think this is what's important to remember, that you can sometimes be on different teams, but John and I have always decided to be on the same side. Wait.
That's exactly right.
Did I say that wrong?
So you can support her even though maybe politically we have some different views?
Yeah, we don't see everything the same way. I mean, the African American community is not monolithic, so we have divergent opinions, but we're always ultimately on the same side, which is the interests that you have. And so you've heard it said, no permanent friends or permanent enemies, but permanent interests. And our interests are always going to be the same. And so we may not always be on the same team, but we're going to always be on the same side.
Omarosa, tell me about one of these really hot button issues here. I see police officers walking across right now.
And helicopters.
Yeah, and above. It reminds me that we've got a lot of tension right now. John, you and I have talked about this. What is the Trump way or the Republican way to address that? Because it's a crisis right now, and we talk about it all week.
Yeah, I think that's a really important question, and I think it's time for our nation to rise above party politics. We have to come together as American people, not as Democrats, not as Republicans, not as independents. But this is a time where we show the best of what America is about, putting aside any differences that we have for the interests of this country. And the interest of this country is just really some principles that we're built on. Democracy means free speech. Democracy means the freedom to protest, but without harming other people or harming what we stand for in this country, and that's freedom.
Can Donald Trump be the one who provides peace? Because a lot of folks are saying, oh, it's divisive with Donald Trump.
Well, Donald Trump has a job to do. Right now, he is on the verge of becoming the nominee for the Republican Party. And so his job is to advance the interest of the Republican Party. But ultimately, when he becomes president of the United States, he'll have to advance the interest of the American people. And there will be no more division. He has to focus on what's best for the nation, not just for Republicans or Dems.
But I think it's important also, you know, we're talking about Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter. Words matter. And because words matter, it's extremely important that we're careful of the rhetoric on both sides. Of course, I feel a little differently, perhaps as he does, about how Mr. Trump has used his rhetoric. Only because the wrong rhetoric can speak to those who are the sickest amongst us. And we see certain things happening now that are really egregious. And where does it all start? It starts at some point with words. So I think it's a call for both parties to be very careful about rhetoric.
And words are important, which means that you have to tell the American people the truth. You can't in any way tell them that, you know, you didn't do something when in fact the Attorney General says you did. I'm just saying, he's absolutely right. Words do matter, but the truth matters the most to American people. And so we need a candidate who is going to be truthful.
Well, the Bible says speak the truth in love. So it's not just how you, not what you say, but it's how you say it, because that can cause certain reactions to what's said.
This is what dinner is like. The Newman household.
That's how it's going to be tonight.
Tuesday, Omarosa shared top billing with Dr. Ben Carson at a social event for a couple of hours in downtown Cleveland. It was sponsored by the Republican Black Caucus of Florida. We know Florida delegates later today are going to hear from Dick Morris and the former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. In Cleveland, Kent Justice, Channel 4, the local station.
Something tells me that conversation moved past dinner and we'll move into breakfast as well. Nice heated discussion without a doubt.
And then between breakfast and lunch, Pokemon Go. No.
No.